The best low lights in every division.
I see my haters proud of me now. When I'm around, it's all smiles. I took over my whole town.
A low light to me is however way you get finished, either a knockout or a submission loss. Either way it goes, if it's a cool enough loss, I guess it'll be considered for my low light list. So with that being said, let's kick it off with flyweight with my guy, Matt Schnell. I feel like a lot of Matt Schnell's fights look the same. He looks really, really good up until he doesn't, until he gets knocked out. He has knockout losses to Rob Font, Alexander Pantoja, submission loss to Brandon Royval, got knocked out cold by a left hook from Steve Erceg. That got him a title shot. Mateus Nicolau also put his lights out, I think so. Yeah, Matt Schnell, he's been a staple in the top 15. He just can't get over the hump of being in the top 15. I don't think he's one of those guys that's gonna ever be a real title contender. In the bantamweight division, we have our first former champ, Mr. Cody No Love Garbrandt. I know two of his losses came to TJ Dillashaw, and he looked fantastic in the first fight. At the end of the first round, when he ever dropped TJ, the second round, TJ did what he needed to do to win. Then the second fight, he kind of whooped his ass the entire time. But that's not what got him on this list. What got him on this list is his fight against Kai Car France and Pedro Munoz. Obviously, the TJ was part of the low light reel, but those two fights in particular is what put him on here. His fight with Pedro Munoz, I don't know what he was thinking. He's just thinking, if I could touch him first, I'm going to put him out. That's not the best game plan whenever your chin has been touched the way his chin has been touched. And he also has a submission loss at UFC 300 against Deiveson Figueiredo. So my favorite low light reel in the bantamweight division is Cody Garbrandt. In the featherweight division, this is going to be a little bit of a cheat, but the main reason he's on this list is because his fight at featherweight, so I feel like that's okay. I am taking Michael Namajunas Johnson. Michael Johnson's career has been pretty much a coin flip if he wants to fight like one of the best in the world, or he's just going to be a can. He knocked out Dustin Poirier in the first round, and I think that's probably his highest win in terms of star power. He's been finished by Justin Gaethje. That knockout from Josh Emmett is what landed him on this list. Diego Ferreira, and he also got dominated and then Kimura by Khabib Nurmagomedov. No shame in that. I mean, 29 people met the same fate pretty much. Who would you have in the featherweight division? I know it's kind of cheating. I'll probably make a part 2 of this list and actually try to find a real featherweight to put here. But that Josh Emmett knockout was way too good to leave off of this list. In the most talent stacked division, I think, in the world, and especially in the UFC, 155 lightweight, my best low light reel belongs to this man right here. Benny Dariush has had a hell of a career. He was very, very close to clinching a title shot. Charles Oliveira kind of ruined that for him. I'm not sure. I don't remember exactly what caught him, but whatever it was fast. It was in the first, and his title hopes pretty much evaporated. Then he came back, said, I'm not done yet. I still got a little bit more in the tank. Came back to fight Arman Tsarukyan, and Arman Tsarukyan did him dirty way faster than Charles Oliveira did. I think his title shot hopes is completely gone. But for him to be on the list, I went back to some of his older losses. His flying knee knockout against Edson Barbosa was very, very good. And on top of that, he also got knocked out by Alexander Hernandez. Who is your favorite lightweight, low light? Let me know. In the welterweight division, one half of the person that made me want to make this video, James the Texecutioner Vick. If we can go back in time and relive the hype build up to him fighting Justin Gaethje, that might have been one of the worst mismatches that we have ever seen. Justin Gaethje absolutely put that man's lights out with a right hand, I believe, if I'm not. One of the two hands completely shut that man's lights off. He got knocked out by an up kick against Nico Price. On top of that, Beneil Dariush finished him, and also Dan Hooker. So I think it's kind of fair to say that he has one of the worst, well, one of the best lowlights in the welterweight division. In the middleweight division, we have another former champion. He was one of the more technically sound fighters, and I am taking my guy, Luke Rockhold. Taking nothing away from Luke Rockhold, I mean, he had the peak career of a UFC or MMA fighter. He was a champion at one point in time. Looked absolutely fantastic in his fight versus Chris Weidman to take the belt. But in his first defense, he ran into a left hook lariat from Michael Bisping, and that kind of just stopped all his momentum he had. And I don't know what it was about the left hand, but for some reason that just kept finding a way home on Luke Rockhold's chin. Yoel Romero put him out with a left hand also. I don't remember off the top of my head if Jan Blachowicz knockout was a left hand, but either way it was, I remember that one being absolutely brutal also when he moved up to 205. Who do you guys think has the best 185-pound low light reel? In the light heavyweight division, 205 pounds, you know how I said there's two people that made me want to make this list. This is the second person, and it is this man right here.
Welcome to a head kick because he's constantly going. Oh! Wow! That's it! That's it!
What the shots?
Well, that's it! He's done! He found it!
Johnny Walker, what are you doing? Why are you still fighting? I don't think you need to fight anymore, bro. The way he's getting knocked out is just getting worse and worse and worse and worse every time. Knockout lost to Magomed Ankalaev. Knockout loss to Volkan Oezdemir. Knockout loss to Jamal Hill. Knockout loss to Corey Anderson. The way he gets knocked out, it doesn't look humanly possible sometimes, the way he just falls over, like his body just shuts down. And it is what it is. He's been talking about moving up to heavyweight. I think that would be a horrible decision unless he takes a year off and really bulks up. But yeah, 205 pounds, Johnny Walker won by a landslide. In the heavyweight division, this position right here was probably my hardest one to pick, if I'm being completely honest. And it was between two men, and I would say it's not Alistair Overeem, it is this man right here. I think it has more to do with how big he was. So whenever these shorter or not as tall guys hit him, it just looked like a whole lot worse than what it could have been if he was a normal sized human. Or I guess I should say around their same height. The way he dropped when Mark Hunt hit him was absolutely insane. But to go along with that, he got knocked out by Tai Tuivasa. He got knocked out by Alistair Overeem. He got knocked out by Travis Brown. He got knocked out by JDS. Like the list goes on with his knockouts, and Alistair Overeem is the same way too. But I think the height that Stefan Struve had just made his knockouts look way worse than what they actually were. Well, not really. He was completely unconscious on a lot of them. But yeah, Stefan Struve has the best low light reel in the UFC, in my opinion. Who do you guys think? Let me know down below. If you liked the video, make sure you do that. And if you want to see more videos like this, please make sure you subscribe. Be good people. Peace.